Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about one of the topic that is currencies, and in currencies basically we are discussing about one of the topic that is ideas. In ideas basically we are discussing about one topic that is global warming. Global warming is not error. Basically it's a solution. Basically somebody is trying to create the solution. Basically in this basically we are talking about 12 solution, that is basically city creation. Basically in this basically we are discussing about one topic that is error basically, and in this basically we are talking about one error basically. That is basically the system error basically, that is the 20 percentage basically error basically, which is really the error basically of the education side basically. So one of the person told that basically for that, and basically we have to convert, we have to see basically each and every caste basically how they were created basically. For example, one of the person told that Gujarati caste basically was created from the First World War and Second World War data. Gujarati caste. Then one of the person told that how basically the Kerala, sorry, the Nair caste and the Iyer caste basically was created. Few two people tells that basically that need to find basically. Few people say that, do you know basically when lots of presidents basically died, yeah, there basically their next generation are basically might be basically from Nair caste or Iyer caste basically. That few people says basically like this basically. That is brown color basically. Few people says that basically, are you sure basically? Then basically one of the person told that you have to ask to the nuclear power company basically. They basically have the each and every data basically, which caste actually started from where basically. Because they are sending the energy na basically. For example, if you basically your head basically gets break, if your leg basically somewhere is breaking, and then basically you basically are not able to understand basically how your head basically got broken, or basically how your hand basically got broken, then basically you have to connect to the nuclear power company. They are only basically sending the data, because they basically knowing that basically this caste actually started how basically. Up to that level basically they creates the scene basically. Up to that level basically they creates the scene. For example, one of the person told that basically that Nair caste basically is created from one of the president died basically. That caste basically is Nair caste. That basically somebody says basically. That basically few people says this basically. Then one of the person told that Iyer caste basically, that is also basically might be basically somebody basically from president died, and that basically president created to human clone, and then basically the caste started in India basically. Few people say that it was USA president basically, and few people says that it was European president. Few people says that basically, yeah, the people who basically creates the history, na, history. For example, Mahatma Gandhi, he has converted into history basically. So whatever one person told that basically whatever people basically creates into the history, na. For example, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose statue basically is there basically in the Parliament House basically today 13 December. Yes, basically that is basically statue is there in the Parliament House now basically. When attack was basically 13 December attack was happened, that time basically statue was not there basically. Currently statue is there basically. Yes, that Netaji Subhash was, yes basically that Netaji Subhash. He also basically exists somewhere basically. Then he told that basically might be basically, because history never ends basically. That's the rule of the universe basically. History never ends basically. So one of the person told, do you know basically one freedom fighter basically of the America, Federal basically? Yeah, Federal basically, that basically we know. Do you know where basically he is currently? Lots of people says that he is India. Lots of people says that he is in Dubai. Lots of people says that basically in Kuwait. Lots of people says that basically he is in Gujarat. Lots of people says that basically he is in Ahmedabad. Lots of people says that basically he is in South Africa. Lots of people says basically that basically, but history never ends basically. That means one of the person told that basically John Wilkes Booth and the killer basically is killer of the Abraham Lincoln basically, that both basically exist somewhere basically. So one of the person told that basically how basically this is connecting to the education error basically. That's connecting to the education error, basically. Directly basically it's connecting to the error. One of the person told that basically This has actually converted into that basically. This has converted into that basically. Then one of the person told that basically, yeah, one of the person told that basically, are you sure basically history never ends basically? Then one of the person told that yes, basically history never ends basically. History never ends. History basically never ends basically. That basically somebody tells basically. So one of the person told that history never ends basically. That is then one of the person told that from where basically Uttar Pradesh people basically are created. Then one of the person told that basically Uttar Pradesh people basically, that need to check basically, yeah, from where basically the UP people, that is basically Uttar Pradesh people basically created basically, because lots of people says that the India country which is created, that basically is created basically from different country places basically. Like Gujarat basically created Gujarati caste, that basically created from First World War and Second World War data. Few people say that Nair caste basically created from the one president died na basically. He actually started one of the family basically. Then basically the Nair caste created. That's what people says basically. That basically I don't know basically. Then Iyer caste also basically started like this basically. Gujarati caste also basically started like this only basically. Then one of the persons told that basically the Amin caste actually Gujarati caste basically. Yes, he told yes basically he is Gujarati caste basically. Yeah. Then how basically he started his journey basically, and how basically India basically given one, sorry, Gujarat basically told that basically you basically do one thing, you do one thing, you create new caste basically. That caste name basically give us Amin basically. Few people says that basically he is basically from Kolkata. Few people say that he is basically from Tamil Nadu. Few people says that basically he is from Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, which statue basically is in Parliament House basically. Today is 13 December. So on that basically, this told basically. Then basically he told that yes, here basically, you are correct basically. So like this basically the Amin caste also started. Then he told that yes. So what is this brown color basically? Gujarati started from First World War, Second World War actually. That's basically few people says that. German group basically says that basically. Gujarati started their journey. They keeps on reminding basically Gujaratis that you started like this, you started like this. And they basically reminds Nair caste also basically. You started like this basically. Do you remember? You started like this. Like this basically the group basically who created the caste, they keeps on reminding basically how you started your journey, how you started your journey basically. Then one of the person told that basically history never ends basically. That is the rule of the universe basically. History basically never ends. So that is the rule of the universe basically. And one of the person told that basically universe, NASA and ISRO basically are the universe basically. So they basically knows that basically how basically the Nair caste started, how the Iyer caste started, how the Gujarati caste started, how their Sanskrit caste started. Yeah, basically they know basically everything here basically. How basically they started their journey. So education actually error basically is connecting how basically up to what deep basically the education basically are connecting here basically. One of the person told that human creation basically, from there basically the education started. For that basically you have to go to the how basically the human basically was created. For example, the Gujarati caste started from First World War and Second World War data. So what was that data basically? Up to that level basically you have to go. So who created the Gujarati caste? Up to that level basically you have to go. Up to that level basically you have to start the thing basically. Then only basically the education error basically will get solved basically. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this.